Hey gang, we are at Forest Home Cemetery here. I'm with Britton. This is a real short one, but we were really excited because we found the grave of Adolf Luetgert, who was the sausage maker who reduced his wife in the potash in the factory to basically nothing but a tooth and a ring or whatever it was. But I did this episode about a year and a half ago here, and we're going to focus more. I was telling Britton, let's focus more. We found the grave and found some of the other family members, but let's focus more on the what happened after he went to prison and died, right? Hey, Britton, what's going on?
Howdy.
So, yeah, I was saying we're here, and I got to give a shout out to Deb here. We went into the vault, and we were looking at she found it. I couldn't believe it because they were unfindable, but she's a magician, and Deb found it, and we were able to pace off. Came here a few days ago and found, and it turns out it's a family plot. I think the little baby's there, a little girl, maybe some other people, but Adolf Luetgert, we found the location. So why don't you lead us there?
Gotcha.
So as we go.
Name here.
Oh yeah, our friend Mr. Truce. Check it out. How you doing? Now is this? Hey Frank, if you're watching this, is this part of the Truce family, or is it just a? I know it wasn't a common name back then. So Britton, so what happened? So he gets convicted, right? And then sentenced to, what was his sentence?
1897's the conviction. His sentence was a life sentence.
Okay.
From there, he was hauled off to Joliet Penitentiary. He the whole time maintained his innocence and was claiming that she had run off with another man, went back to Europe. That was his excuse during the trial. That's what he had told this private investigator also at the time, who was worked on the team with his defense attorney. But, the following years and months afterwards, this private investigator had spent about $2,000 of his own money, which back then that's a fortune, trying to fill out leads and send off these other people to see if she had gone to Europe.
Yeah,
and that all really dried up.
Bunch of phony stuff going on.
Sure. Once he arrives at Joliet Penitentiary, his entire look, he started to physically deteriorate. You can see in some of his prison photos from back then, he was no longer the big, stout, happy guy that he had appeared to be during his run as the Sausage King of Chicago. He doesn't last long.
Well, imagine Joliet. I mean,
yeah.
Those prisons were brutal. Typhoid and typhus and tuberculosis. And you can just, it's a who's who of diseases.
And at that time, those breakouts were actually happening during his incarceration. He, to many of his jail guards, started to claim the last few months of his life that he was being haunted by her ghost in his cell, which totally contradicts what he was claiming during the trial and then afterwards.
He was looking for her.
Right.
But wait a minute. How can she's still alive in Europe with another man, but her ghost is, what a goofball. Well, anyway.
Adolf Luetgert doesn't even make it 2 years, and he dies from a heart attack in 1899.
Well, the first time, and we were trying to go off Find a Grave, and it just shows you that Find a Grave. You can't really trust Find a Grave, but it was out there, and that's the closest we could get. But it's this stone right here. This is it. Now, this stone is actually, now they're all here. Let me put this in wide angle. Well, look at that. Now, let's zoom in on that. You can actually read it. Is that, what does it say, Ella?
Ella Luetgert. Born 1888, Gescht 1889. One of his 6 children, 2 children with his first wife, 4 that he had with Louisa, and only 2 of them lived past their past childhood. She was 2 years old when she died. She was the major clue that we went through at the office with Deb to find this location too.
Yeah, this was a challenge, man. I'm so glad we found it.
His young 2-year-old daughter, Ella Luetgert. Ella, some paperwork I found say her name was Elsa, but you can see here it's E-L-L-A.
Yeah.
L-U-E-T. Luetgert.
That's
Luetgert.
it. We found it, and it does line up with the section and the plots and all that we walked off. So we are 100% positive this is them. Now, Adolf is over here somewhere,
Yeah.
right? Where is he? Because we have the layout of the whole family. So where would he be exactly?
He rests in the earth right here.
Right where you're standing.
30 inches away. Oh, you had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
So there it is, guys. Now, if you want to watch this episode, go to my channel. Go to my, on this channel. Go to the story. I'll put the link in the description box, and you guys can check it out. All right, we'll catch you later.